Well, good morning. Here we are once again on the beach, and it's a pretty morning, although I don't know if you can see all the seaweed. There's quite a bit of seaweed out here. The actual name of it is not seaweed, but sargassum. I know it sounds like sarcasm, but it's not, it's sargassum. From what I understand, there's a lot of it this year in the ocean, and it's headed this way. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. There's quite a bit more coming. And I guess that's an issue. I don't know. I'm not wild about the smell of it. I heard that some people use it as fuel. I think it's in Jamaica, they use it for cooking like jerk meals and stuff like that. You know, like jerk chicken. Anyway, last night I attended a meeting. It was on the 10th step. Continued to take personal inventory. And when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Which never happens, right? Well, you know, the thing about it is I've narrowed it down somewhat to basically that my biggest problem in life is that other people don't act right. They don't behave the way I think they should behave. You know, whether it's how they drive, how they treat other people. Those kinds of things matter to me. You ever been on a date or something like that and you're with somebody that's like really nasty to the waitress? That bothers me, you know? Like, that's not who I am. If something's not right, it's not necessarily, you know, the waitress's fault. Plus, I don't know, I'm a blue-collar kind of guy, so, you know, people who work hard for a living, I got a soft spot for them. But basically, it comes down to other people not acting right. And the fact that I have no control over the behavior of others. I have control over my own behavior. And that's what the 10th step is really about. It's controlling my behavior. Controlling how I treat other people. How I get along in society. The 10th step asks me to take a look at that on a regular basis. You know, some people do a 10th step in the evening before bed. Yeah, that's a good idea. But what about the spot check inventory throughout the day? You know, you just had dealings with somebody, you walk away, and you think to yourself, could I have handled that better? And most times, well, I shouldn't say most times, but a lot of times, I could have handled it better. Sun's getting ready to peak. So yeah, I only have control over my own behavior. I don't control other people's behavior. However, I can influence other people's behaviors with my behavior. You ever meet somebody that they're grumpy as hell? Try this sometime. You're around somebody that's just, you know, grumpy as hell. And just kill them with kindness. Smiles and joking and having fun. Before you know it, they drop that grumpy crap and move on to something better. Another example is, used to be, I thought that cops had it in for me. Cops and judges. They all hated me. They just had a thing for me. I changed my behavior, and in turn, they changed theirs too. It's funny how I haven't had any contact with law enforcement in over 15 years. Oh gosh, I was on a first name basis with those people for a while. It's a matter of looking inward on a regular basis. And where do I need to make adjustments to my behavior? Where do I need to tweak my personality, if you will? And where have I been wrong? Do I owe someone an apology? Do I owe an amends? You know, a lot of people call 10, 11, and 12, those steps, the maintenance steps. And I've never really liked that term. I mean, I know where it comes from, and I get it, I understand. But it's more than maintenance. You know, it took me a lot to clear up the wreckage of my past. And these 3 steps keep it clean. The wreckage of my past was huge. With working the 10th step, I stay mindful of my behavior. And when it gets out of line, I do something about it. You know, if you're just going through life thinking, oh yeah, I'm right on, man, I'm perfect and all of that, and never really looking at yourself, you start to believe your own bullshit. and that's not good. And that's what happens to me when I don't work a 10th step. I think to myself, you know, if everybody would just act the way I think they should act, everything should be fine. And we all know that that's not true. But I start to believe that when I'm not working a 10th step. So the 10th step is a lifelong process. I don't think any of us ever get to the point where, okay, I've got that one down pat. No, because there's always room for improvement. Some adjustments to who I am to make me a better person today than I was yesterday. And, you know, when it comes down to it, I think that's the main purpose of step 10.